Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing MekHQ and some MegaMek. But real quick first, shout out to Crowbane, latest follow on Twitch. Welcome everybody and hello. So I know that I said that we were playing MekHQ and MegaMek. We're not playing them in that order. We are in fact jumping right into the battle that we did not finish last week. And honestly, I've been sitting here staring at the screen for the last few minutes and wishing I could hit this done button and see where all the units are and look at everything, but I decided it would be better to do that on camera, and I wanted to wait until 6 to, for my regularly scheduled time. So yeah, I've just been contenting myself looking at these numbers. And I noticed that we've actually knocked out 4 of the primary op4. McGorilla, hey, how's it going? Good morning to you as well. Glad you could join us. I don't remember killing 4 enemy units. I know we took out the rifleman. The rifleman ejected. And I think it was the quick draw that finished him off. But honestly, I don't remember what else is missing. Maybe some tanks, I think. Yeah, we had killed at least 1 tank. But first things first, let me go ahead and maximize that. And then we will, it's under game. Replace player, replacing the Draconis Combine Forces all with Princess bots. And letting them take over for the artillery. Wrong way. There we go. Get myself a little more centered. Yeah, it kind of sucks not having a permanent setup for my streaming. I have to tear everything down and put it back up every week. So, it is what it is, and we make do. So, we did win initiative, which means that they had to go first, but I believe it was the turrets who won initiative on their side. Now, I do remember we lost the Marauder right here to artillery fire, but we kept the pilot alive, at least. That's the important thing. So who do we move first? Honestly, I'm refreshing my memory as much as y'all's. Let's see, we've got Hoser and what's his name? Nairn Limbrick. Oh, her name, I guess. Nairn and Hoser up here in the top right, taking on a dragon, a skulker, and a harasser with Warwolf on the flank here. We've got 2 mobile long toms immobilized here at the north end of the town with a badly damaged stalker. Maybe we can get some rear shots on him. We've already busted through his left torso armor. Let's see, over here we've got our guillotine taking on a dragon and a grand dragon with a thumper there. We've got Ash in her archer taking on this dragon and the mobile long tom. Hey Lark, how's it going? Hose down that dragon. You're talking about this one, I assume? The one that we might potentially have backshots on at some point this turn with those PVCs? That would be absolutely lovely. What else have we got? We've got our quick draw here. We've got Stiletto. And they're seemingly in a target dead zone. Let me pull this up. So, excluding these guys. And what have we got here? Those are the 2 long toms. So excluding these 3 blips, those are all turrets. We've got a pilot here. We've got the stalker here. We've got the dragon and the long tom here. We've got the 2 dragons here. So yeah, there's kind of a dearth of targets right here in this little area. Unless we want to move north and engage that stalker, or southeast and help engage this dragon, or we could cut across all the turrets and engage these 2 long toms and potentially this trio of enemy units here. So who do we move first? I'm guessing, oh, I forgot Tsubasa was on the field. I neglected to mention him when I was giving the overview. Tsubasa would like to stay evasive as much as possible, without maybe sacrificing a shot. I feel like Stiletto and the Quick Draw are the ones to move first, since they're kind of less crucial to our strategy. I just have to decide where they're going to reinforce. And I'm thinking maybe up here to engage these long toms in the Stalker. I feel like Ash, Tsubasa, and the Guillotine kind of have this wrapped up a little bit. It's those 3 against 3 dragons and some artillery pieces. The artillery pieces really only have machine guns, whereas here, the dragon and the stalker I think is a pretty nasty combo. So yeah, we're gonna have the quick draw. Ooh. I don't want to be that close to the small laser turret. That does give us a shot on the long tom. It's not a short range shot, but he's immobile, so it should be easy pickings. And now that he's moved the stalker, perhaps... No, not quite. Maybe I should have moved Stiletto first and then the quick draw. That's a height 2 building, so we're not going to be able to see anything over that. That's height 2, that's height 1. Height 1, height 1. If we go here, we can see the stalker. We're on his flank. He'd be able to torso twist and engage us at short range. But we are 2 hexes away from this flamer turret, which is... I mean, how many flamers has it got? Probably like 3 or 4. 3. At medium range... Yeah, I don't think we need to worry too much about those flamers. Our Orion has taken a bit of a beating, but not too bad. Still has at least 12 pips in every location except on his back. Her back, excuse me. So we are maybe going to come up here and try to... I mean, the Stalker's leg armor is... How badly damaged is this Stalker? This Stalker has taken more of a beating than the Orion has, and we're going to be double teaming him. So I think I'm comfortable doing this move. So the Harasser has jumped in behind the Orion. Is it time to move Hoser? Do we back him up to long range? He does have those incredible that incredible targeting ability that comes with the, the gunnery of 2 and the special pilot ability. Pretty much guarantees we're going to have a shot on the dragon no matter what he does. Yeah, Hoser's gonna back up, try to stay as evasive as possible. Oh, he is sticking close. Alright, so does Warwolf move up to reinforce Hoser or the Orion? I'm thinking the Orion needs the help more. Could get to close distance of the Harasser, take him out. He's got what, 2 SRM6s? And not a lot of armor. Yeah, so he's a glass cannon. Long toms are turtles at this point. I'd be on the left side of this guy. Yeah, I think maybe the Harasser with the larges. Would a large laser hit on this guy kill him? Let me check. Yeah, a large laser hit on any location would hit him. So we're going to target the Harasser with the large lasers, I think, and the mediums on the long tom on his left side. Try to get the kill. Oh man, this dragon is just trying to present an opportunity. His back armor is still strong though. So honestly, I'd kind of rather hit him from the front. And as long as we don't fail a piloting check, we should be able to get in a hatchet attack. And the other dragon, sure, we'll go dueling with you against you with the guillotine. You're already pretty badly mangled, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, with bad damage to the leg and the torso. Some medium lasers ought to tear him up pretty good. Now we've got Tsubasa. Tsubasa is the only person who hasn't moved. We have no more options. Do we just stand where we are? Do we go to medium range? He's still strong in the back. This guy also strong in the back, but we'd be on his right side. Maybe we could get a lucky hit on his. I'm thinking splitting fire, right arm at this dragon, left arm at that dragon, or do we should concentrate our fire. All right, the champion ejected. I don't think I was expecting that. Archer needs a 2 for running and turning. Nice. Stand where you are so you can kick him. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that until just now. We'll have the blackjack on this dragon on 9s. 3 for skill, Dawn Dusk is +1, jumping plus he's evasive. That's going to be 9s with everything, so we'll throw in the mediums. We'll throw in 3 mediums, cool down a little bit, down to 2 heat. And then of course we'll have Ash follow that up with all the medium lasers. Okay. I'm thinking, no. Who do I start with up here? How about we start with Hoser. Torso twist. And lay some fire into this dragon on 7s. It's not ideal. And a 6 with the large laser. That would put us at 5 heat, however. Yeah, I feel like Hoser likes to ride the heat curve a little bit. We'll go to 5 heat against the dragon. We'll cool down next turn. Let's see. Lark, your character had a plan. It was going to be larges on 10s at the harasser. Jeez. And everything else at the long tom. No, wrong button. On an 8, yeah, we'll fire one of those on an 8. And it'll be at 2 heat for the turn, and hopefully it'll be one of the long toms out of the action. Which kind of means that the Orion is taking on the Stalker almost one-on-one. Quick draw. Really only has a shot on this long tom, which is weak on the left side and taking fire on its left side. We can't see the Stalker or either of these tanks. We could fire at the Thumper or this Grand Dragon. And I think the Grand Dragon is the one to shoot at. This will be taking on his right side. He's already missing his right arm and his left leg. Oh, he's prone. I had not realized. That's going to be 8s to hit him on his right side. Hopefully going into that right torso. Yeah, I like the look of that. We'll go up to 4 heat on that. Let's see, the guillotine is firing into the front of this dragon with everything but a medium. That really just leaves the Orion and the Cronus, who are firing on this Stalker. We've got an 8 with the autocannon. We've got 8s with the lasers. And an 8 with the SRM. We still have LRMs that we could be firing. Actually, yeah, we'll do the mediums or the LRMs at the dragon. On a 12, sure, but I mean, why not? We've still got plenty of ammo for it, and we're not running hot. And stiletto on the Stalker from the right side with pretty much everything except the smalls, which need 13s, but all of it on 9s. So I'm not real hopeful we're going to get a lot out of that, but hopefully we get a little bit. Alright, the Skulker at Hoser, missing on a 9. The Blackjack on the Dragon, missing with the large, but landing one medium laser, glancing off the right torso for 2 damage. The Harasser missing the Orion on 10s. The Archer on the Dragon on 11s, missing with everything. And not even starting a fire for him to stand in. Mobile Long Tom missing the Blackjack with machine guns on 12s. Hoser missing on 3 7s in a row, and then landing the large laser, glancing off the left torso. That was not the best showing. But the Grand Dragon firing at Lark needs a 12. The Stalker firing on Lark needing 8s. Lands a large laser to the left leg. Lands 4 SRMs to spread across the torso and the right arm. Okay. Lark, in response, firing 2 large lasers at the Harasser, gets the lucky hit on a 12, which is all it takes to destroy a Harasser, which is just a large laser. And then medium lasers at the Long Tom, landing on the left side, and then the SRM's finishing the job. So that's a double kill for Lark. The Dragon at Ash, needing 11s and 9s and missing with everything. Our quick draw at the Grand Dragon, landing a medium laser to the right torso, landing 2 medium lasers to the right torso, going internal but not getting the crit. Small laser turret needing 9s to hit the Orion, landing a single hit to the right torso. The Dragon firing at Ash, needing 12s and 9s and not getting it. The Guillotine at his Dragon, landing a large laser to the left leg, critting on his foot through the armor. So that's going to be at least 1 piloting check. And 73. I wonder if 73 is a good pilot. He is not. He is a 5-6 pilot, so he's going to need at least a 7 to stay standing. Schwacked. Yes, schwacked with the double kill. Guillotine on the dragon, critting on his foot through the armor, medium laser to the left leg, and then glancing on 3 SRMs, glancing off the right arm, left torso, and center torso. That left torso down to 1 armor. The dragon at the stalker missing on 10s and 12s. The thumper missing, landing a machine gun on the guillotine, excuse me. 2 damage to the right arm, leaving it with 6 armor. Our Orion, who is that again? Nairn Limbrick. Landing the autocannon 10 to the center torso, leaving him with 10 armor. Medium laser to the right leg, missing with everything else on 8s and 12s. Flamer turret needing 9s to hit the Orion. The Cronus needing 9s to hit the Stalker does land a single hit to the left arm. The Stalker falls because his base piloting skill is 6. So he needed a 7, and he only got the 6, taking 5 to the right torso and 3 to the center torso. Does avoid damage. The dragon with the busted foot needs a 7, gets an 8. So he does stay standing. The Orion is now going to kick at the prone stalker on a 3. The guillotine can kick at his dragon on a 5. The quick draw is not going to be punching a building. And Hoser does have a hand free to punch this dragon in the face. On a 5, not bad. Ash is going to hatchet the dragon at the south end of the map on a 6. Stiletto will not be meleeing a building. Oh boy, speaking of schwacked, the dragon kicking the guillotine in the right leg and destroying that leg. How badly damaged was he? Oh, wow. Yeah, that guillotine was torn up. I should have had him withdrawing, because now he's going to need a leg. And transferring into the right torso, leaving it with 9 armor. And inevitably forcing him to fall down. The Orion kicking the Stalker in the right leg for 15, going through the armor but not getting the crit. Guillotine returning a kick on the dragon to the right leg, leaving him with 1 structure. We did not win that exchange. Dragon missing his kick on the archer. Awesome, punching the dragon in the right arm for 8, leaving him with 4 armor. Dragon kicking Hoser in the right leg for 12. And the hatchet attack on the dragon lands the right leg, critting on the hip. Guillotine falls down, takes 7 to the left torso and center torso. And Victor Rama needs a 9 to avoid damage. He needs a 5 to stay conscious, which he does with an 11. Hoser stays standing. The first dragon stays standing, the one with the busted hip falls, takes 5 to the right torso and 1 to the center torso. And the pilot, Yvonne, takes a point of damage, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 9. We're running a little bit hotter. We've got 4 heat on the quick draw, 5 heat on the awesome. The stalker is at 2 heat. The enemy stalker, I mean. But the stalker is prone and not a great pilot, so we'll see if maybe they stay down. And we have lost initiative going into turn 10. Thumper and Long Tom will land this turn. Alright, we don't need this so big anymore. First thing is this guillotine. Maybe we want to wait on the guillotine. I think Ash can handle this dragon on her own. I think Tsubasa needs to come reinforce this dragon against the dragon. Well, let me see. Alright, Hoser needs to run to stay evasive, which he will do, and this is going to be a cool-off turn for him. Let's see. Warwolf maybe holds off. This Long Tom is weak on the right side, and we're on the right side. But firing on him would leave the Orion face to face with the Stalker with... Well, that Stalker is in really bad shape. I think maybe we can actually... Yeah, what do we do here? What is the move? I want to be able to fire on this dragon or the Skulker if needed as well. This Long Tom still has 40 some odd armor on its right side. How much exactly? 46. I'm thinking we walk up here, we just unload on it, and then we follow that up with a kick on the right side, and hopefully that's enough to kill it in one turn. Right. Who else can we move? Who's lower consequence? This Grand Dragon's missing a leg. We get him on his right side and take out his right torso, maybe. We'll have Stiletto try and backstab the Stalker, maybe. It's not at all evasive, but he's prone, and he's probably not getting up. It feels like none of his guys have moved yet, and I really want his guys to move. So that I can react. That's what I hate about losing initiative. We'll land on the Long Tom. Maybe we'll get a kick on it. Maybe it'll be an effective kick. Probably not. Wow, he's weakest on the front of all places. But hopefully I'll scare this dragon off. Who can it shoot? What, the dragon? Can shoot at the guillotine. Stiletto actually had her choice of targets. Hey, Boat Fricker! I see you changed your name. I appreciate that. It was feeling kind of awkward to have to willfully mangle your name each time I had to say it. Someone must have reported my old one. Oh, that's a shame. It wasn't me. I was not trying to call attention to it any more than necessary. Is this the one with the busted hip? Yes, it is. So he's going to need an 8 to get up, which is only about a 40% chance. We'll have, I think, Tsubasa come over here, and we'll have Ash maybe there. I really want the guillotine reinforced. I don't want to lose that mech. Never mind my malicious compliance. I wasn't going to call it that. I wasn't thinking that. Oh, he did get up, and he's trying to shoot Ash in the back, looks like, or maybe he'll be firing on the guillotine. That really just leaves the Orion. The Stalker hasn't moved yet. Malicious compliance. Calling yourself Fricker. I don't have a problem with that. I don't see anything malicious about that. I mean, it's no longer a swear. That's what they wanted. Alright, maybe we can do something about this Stalker from behind. The dragon, trying to get up with the busted hip, falls, taking 6 to the center torso and critting on his own engine, and needing a 7 to stay conscious. His second attempt, he does get up, but then he needs an 8 again for running with a damaged hip. And he does make those, so he stays standing. The stalker needs an 8 to get up because of his minimal arms quirk, and he does get it with an 8. Thumper lands on Stalker for 5 damage to the left leg. Mobile Long Tom lands on the Quick Draw for 5 damage to the left leg. Oh, and the enemy Long Tom is also hit in the right side for 5, so that's going to make our job a little easier. Alright, let's start with the ones we know already. We're going to be targeting that right side. We're going to be targeting it with... let's just go ahead and call it everything. Even though it's everything but an LRM-10. Leaving us at 3 heat for the turn. God, I love this build for the Stalker. It just has so much heat dissipation. Our Orion, who maybe shouldn't have backed up to a small laser turret, firing into the back of the Stalker with... Do we go with the cluster ammunition on the LBX? His left torso is already punched through. His right torso only has a medium laser left. If we get lucky, well... So because of course someone made a Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Elden Ring. Oh jeez. I do not understand the fascination with Thomas the Tank Engine. Like, it's a meme that I'm passingly familiar with. Okay, so we're gonna fire the lasers and the SRM and then the LBX cluster munitions at the Stalker. Right. What did I click? Finally. What did I do? Okay, starting over. Cluster munitions, so we wait on that. Fire, fire, fire. Skip, fire, fire. And then the LRMs. Got the Skulker on an 11. The Dragon on an 11. Or the wrong side of the Long Tom. Or the Stalker on a 12. We'll go for the Skulker on an 11, because at least there's a chance we'll do some good there. How is that even possible? You should need like 12s, right? Yeah. SRM2 is needing 12s. At extreme range on the back of the guillotine. The Long Tom or the Thumper? Okay, the Long Tom still has 60 points on his front. The Thumper has 55 on his front. Wait, did that? Oh, because we've got a busted arm actuator. I'll still take 2 8s over a 7. Especially because it's less heat and more damage. God, I can't even imagine what Thomas the Tank Engine would look like in Elden Ring. And I don't know why, the idea fascinates me. On 6s into the side of this dragon, leaving us at 1 heat. Works for me. Alright, Hoser. Might be able to land a hit on this dragon. He gets lucky on a 5. Or it would would be a 7 as a secondary target, because he's not in the same arc. So we'll do 2 5s on the Stalker. We'll do a 7 on the Dragon. Ash firing on this Dragon, needing 10s. That's not great. Or 10s. Or 9s. Well, he's already pretty messed up. If we can... Yeah, his right leg is sitting on 1 point. If we can land even a glancing blow on that leg, he's down and out. Of course, on 10s, it's not likely that we'll be so lucky. Stiletto, I guess, also on this Thumper. No, we can't afford to Alpha Strike on this in this case. On 7s and 9s with the smalls. Putting us at 4 heat. Oh, I saw stunned too. Alright. This is Lark in the Stalker Mark II at the Long Tom. Hits with both large lasers to the right side. 1, 2, 3 mediums to the right side, down to 10 armor. 8 missiles hit, all on the right side, leaving it with 4 structure. And stunning the crew for 1 turn. The mobile Long Tom firing at Ash. Hits with a machine gun to the left leg. SRM-2 turret missing on 12s. Orion at the Stalker, hitting the left leg with a medium laser. Small laser to the center torso rear. And the LBX lands a pellet on the right leg, but doesn't get the crit. Left leg is down to 1 armor. Left arm is down to 2 armor. Right torso rear is down to 3. And the Skulker gets missed on an 11. The Skulker returns fire at Hoser's Ride, landing a potential crit to the left arm, but not getting any effect. The Guillotine on the Thumper, landing medium lasers to the front, rear, and left side, and missing with the SRM-6. Left side is down to 37, the rear is down to 18, and he's also had his movement points halved 3 times. And +9 to driving skill rolls. The Grand Dragon missing the Stalker on an 11 with a medium laser. The Quick Draw at the Grand Dragon, landing medium lasers to the center torso twice and the right leg, and to the head, forcing her second consciousness check. And all 4 SRMs to the left torso, right torso, arm, and the leg. No crits though. The small laser turret firing into the back of the Orion, landing hits on the right arm, the center torso rear, and the right torso rear. Center torso rear is down to 2 points. The enemy Stalker at Lark, landing a large laser to the center torso, and 8 SRMs splashing around. But only the right torso and left leg down to less than 20 armor. Tsubasa and the Blackjack, landing a large laser to the Dragon's right leg, following that with a medium laser. And then medium lasers to the right arm and right torso, where it finds the autocannon 5 ammo. Forcing the Dragon to eject. And also dealing 92 damage to its center torso. The Dragon firing at the Orion, landing an autocannon 2. Oh, not landing an autocannon 2 because the building in front of it blocks the shot. Thumper landing 2 machine guns on the Guillotine to the center torso and head. Victor Rama needs a 7 now to stay conscious, gets an 8. Hoser landing a PPC on the Stalker's center torso and the Dragon's right torso. The Flamer turret firing on the Orion as well, needing 5s. Would have hit the head, but using our last point of edge, we redirect that to the center torso. Flamers also to the right torso and right leg. I would like to point out that Princess does have the option of using those flamers to deal heat damage, but she never takes it. She never uses them that way. It's always damage for her. Ash, on needing 10s on the dragon, does start a fire in his hex, but unfortunately cannot roll higher than a 7. Our Cronus at the Thumper, stunning the crew with hits to the left side, also causing motive damage, and destroying the engine on the Thumper, leaving it immobile. Small laser also immobilizing it, leaving it with... Oh, and the SRM finds the fuel tank, causing the vehicle to explode. So it's a good thing we don't have explosive damage on, because we were literally 1 hex away from it when that happened. And finally, the last dragon firing at Hoser, missing on 9s, 10s, and 11s. Our Stalker stays standing, needing a 5 gets a 12. Their Stalker needs a 7, gets an 11. The Orion is going to kick the Stalker on a 3. Quick Draw will kick the Grand Dragon on a 1. Tsubasa, you're not going to kick the Immobile Pilot. Warwolf, you are going to kick this Long Tom, hopefully on the right side for 17, and hopefully enough to kill it. And we will kick on a 4 or hatchet on a 5. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, on a 5 for 14 damage with no chance of falling. Sounds good to me. Stiletto will also kick it on a random side on a 6. Alright, the Orion kicks the Stalker in the left leg. He's down to 2 structure there. The Quick Draw kicks the Grand Dragon in the right torso, destroying it and transferring into the center torso, leaving him with 9 armor there. Our Stalker kicking the Long Tom in the right side, which is enough to destroy it. Our Archer hatcheting the other Long Tom in the left side to no effect. And the Cronus kicking the same Long Tom in the same side and immobilizing it. The enemy Stalker needs a 6 to stay standing because we kicked him. He gets a 10. We've cooled down most of our mechs. Our Stalker is at 3. Our Cronus is at 4. The enemy Stalker is also at 4. And of course, fire was started in this round in the hex that dragon was in. There is 1 artillery piece left. There are 7 of the primary op 4 left. They're down to 31%. Their goal is 25%. So I'm hoping after this turn will be all it needs. Oh, I did not notice who won initiative. I'm guessing it was them. Alright, Tsubasa, or do we jump? I want to say we jump. Just because it's more evasive. And Tsubasa hasn't taken any damage yet. And I'd like to keep it that way. Alright, the Orion is going to back up as evasively as he can, try to get away from these turrets with their 1 to 2 hex range, effective range. 3 hexes technically, but that's at a +4. And hopefully we'll still have a shot on the Stalker, because the only buildings nearby are height 1, unless he could swing around this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he could get on the other side of this building. But I'm going to trust that he's not going to do that. Hoser squaring off against this dragon, and it's not going great. Oh, did the Stalker actually make it? Hold on, is this line of sight blocked? I bet it is. Yes, it is. That's okay. You're about to have Warwolf in your back arc. Maybe we can block this dragon off, force him to come to us. Maybe not. Quick draw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we could actually block him in. And we're in smoke. Yes, let's corral him. Oh, he went that way? Well, good, because we can just get behind him with our hatchets and medium lasers. Grand Dragon ejected. That was the one that was being... Who was attacking that Grand Dragon? That was the quick draw, I think. And that quick draw is making itself really handy. Alright, the Orion has apparently just 2 targets, and that is the Skulker on a 12 or the Grand Dragon, or the Dragon on a 12. And that's with the cluster munitions. So we'll take that, and we'll take an 11 with the LRMs. Because it's that or the turrets, and we're not trying to destroy the turrets. Where is he weakest? On the front or the left side? Evenly. Okay, well, we'll target the front because that's where we're most likely to hit if we don't get our 7-up to hit the target location. Unfortunately, moving Stiletto and the quick draw over here to block in the dragon kind of left them without targets. An 8 and some 10s from Tsubasa. And a bunch of 9s from Ash. Hoser on the dragon needing 5s. That's a lot more likely to hit. And we'll even build up a point of heat with the large laser. Oh, he flipped arms. He's shooting at Warwolf. That's okay. We've got him on 7s in his rear arc with everything. Again. Well, everything but the LRMs, because they're on 12s. And that leaves us heat neutral. Stiletto still has no target except that pilot who we're not trying to kill. Those pilots that we're not trying to kill, I should say. SRM-4 turret lands a hit on the Orion's left arm for 2 points, leaving him with 10 armor there. The Orion missing on 12s and 11s. Small laser turret missing on 10s. The flamer turret missing on 12s. The guillotine at the long tom hits it in the front 4 times, leaving it with 30 armor. And then 5 missiles, almost all to the front. Costing it movement points, but it was already immobile. Tsubasa missing on 8s and 10s. Might have hit with the large laser if we had fired the other one instead, but I felt like the odds were better that way. Skulker missing Hoser, and Ash hitting the dragon in the center torso rear, glancing off the left torso rear, the left leg, right leg destroyed, transferring into the right torso rear. So that's 1 solid hit and 2 solid hits and 2 glances on 9s. So that was some pretty good rolling there. The enemy stalker at our stalker hits the center torso with a medium laser, leaving us with 16 armor, and a medium laser to the left leg, leaving us with 10. Hoser landing all 3 PPCs and the large laser on the dragon, hitting it in the center torso, left torso, and head, where it's got 2 structure left, and the large laser to the glancing off the right torso. So that's 29 points of damage on the dragon. That's going to be a PSR at the end of the phase. The dragon on the stalker, landing an autocannon 2 to the left torso and 3 LRMs to the left arm, not getting the crit. Our stalker at their stalker. Into his rear arc, hitting with a large laser to the left arm, critting on a heat sink on a medium laser. Large laser to the left leg, transferring into the left torso rear. 2 medium lasers to the right arm, center torso rear and right torso rear, critting out an SRM and a large laser. And then 4 SRMs to the right torso rear, left torso rear, center torso rear, left arm. All 4 of them going internal, none of them getting the crit. We did get lucky with the crits earlier. We got the heat sink and the medium laser, we got the leg blown off, we got the SRM 6 and the large laser. I'll take it. I'm happy with that. The enemy dragon firing at Hoser on 8s, 10s, and 12s, missing with everything. Stalker goes down, takes 5 to the center torso, critting on his gyro. So he is going to eject. He's got 1 leg and a gyro hit. And he's taken 2 consciousness checks already. The other dragon falls on its left side, taking damage to the left arm and right torso. Needs a 12 to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious. And then the other dragon, which took 20 plus damage, needs a 7, gets an 11. Quick draw, no. Yes. Ash, we're going to hatchet. 2 damage for 14, or needs a 2 for 14 damage. Stiletto has no target. Alright, hatcheted him in the left leg, critting on his hip. So he was already missing a leg. Now he's critted on his hip as well. He's possibly going to eject as well. Let's see. We pulled down. The blackjack is at 2 heat. Everyone else is at 1 or less. They're down to 3 mechs and an unconscious pilot. 2 pilots, I guess, are still in the field. They are down to 19%, 16%. Base turrets have 62 points, so we don't really count them. So we can call this a victory, unless we want to go salvage hunting, which, frankly, I don't think we need to. I almost typed in /salvage. It's /victory, if I can type. Alright, and they didn't even fire artillery on the last round. So this is going to be an interesting after-action report. We got a lot of kills. Yes, we controlled the battlefield. Scarponi's Marauder, unfortunately, is salvage. Man, did that thing ever take a beating. Both arms and 1 leg blown off, all the torso sections destroyed. And a head hit as well. That case was a real lifesaver. Otherwise, it would have been even worse. The guillotine took heavy damage, missing an arm actuator and a leg, taking internals to the left torso and left leg as well. Everyone else taking light damage, it looks like. Just armor, just armor. Just armor. It was not a total loss. It was decimated. It was obliterated, to be sure, but it's not a total loss. Scarponi is not KIA. In fact, I think he had taken 3 hits, or was it 4? We'll go with 4, just for fairness' sake. The guillotine had taken 3. I think that looks about right. The flamer turrets can escape, or all the turrets can escape. Mobile long tom, the stalker. Stalker did not escape, because he's missing a leg. Ooh boy, we're about to have another stalker. And this one, hopefully, is gonna last us longer than the first one. So yeah, we're definitely going to salvage the Stalker. We can salvage up to 70% of everything. Do we want a Dragon 1C? The 1C is loaned with the autocannon 2. Yes, it is. We've got a the Rifleman 3N, which ejected. Hermes and the Skulker, I guess. The Champion ejected with 2 busted hips, but is otherwise in pretty decent shape. Aside from his arms and his left torso rear. We'll go ahead and take the salvage and the Grand Dragon, I guess. What does that put us at? Puts us at 80%. Okay, so maybe not the Grand Dragon, or maybe not the Long Toms. Still leaves us at 74. What about the Hermes? Does that leave us 69%? Nice. Alright, let's see if I can remember any of the names of people who ejected and would have gotten picked up. I know that the Champion ejected, but I don't remember. Well, I don't remember seeing the name. Did we pick up an Israel? Or an Akira? Or a Patricia? Or a Fujio? I don't. Lin, I remember. But it's giving us some of the Long Tom crew members. 3 of them, looks like 4. And the Rifleman pilot, the Skulker, and the Stalker. We'll take that. Now comes the interesting part. Assigning kills. The Grand Dragon, I believe, went to the quick draw. The Stalker goes to our Stalker. Guillotine? Oh, wait. Why is there guillotine listed as a kill? Did I miss something? No, nobody got the kill on the guillotine. The Rifleman, I believe, was also a quick draw. And yeah, Scarponi goes to one of the artillery pieces, but I don't need to assign that. Force withdrawal of, we'll count the turrets as withdrawn. And that gives us the objective for +2 scenario victory points. We did not destroy the base. We did preserve the base. And then force withdrawal for reasons of capturing the base. We are again going to give ourselves the turrets. Was that a decisive victory? I don't know. I'm okay with just leaving it as a victory. We did lose a mech and a half. You include the guillotine as a half a kill. Allied forces will control this facility, which is great news. So we're salvaging a whole bunch of units. We recovered everyone, including Scarponi. We recovered the Scarponi mech as well. Alright. So let's see. After that, we've got Grounded dropship to defend 3 days hence, but first we've got a lot of work to do in the repair bay. As much as I would like to just skip ahead to the second battle, I really want to get this stuff fixed first. Starting with the guillotine, I guess. Where are all of our elite techs occupied? No, I don't want to do that on a 9. I want that on a 5 or better, preferably. Repair left leg. Again, I would like to wait for an elite tech to take on those jobs. Actuators we can do with a green tech. Wait, all of our green techs are occupied as well. How about a regular? B? Can you? We don't need a 3. Okay, we'll take a 5. We'll have, I guess, Denise doing the reloading work. I was trying to have the same person doing it as before, but they're occupied, obviously. Alright, that's all of the ammo taken care of. First though, not details, I wanted status. Transport bay, field workshop. Let's see, there's another field workshop. There's some more. That should be all. I think the Blackjack was the lightest mech in that battle on our side. We've still got this Hermes in the field workshop, even though it's in mothballs. Alright, so that should be everyone in the transport bay. Means we can start working on actually fixing that. Oh, now all of a sudden, I think a lot of these things are going to be a lot easier. Chris can get to work on this left leg. Actually, we'll have Loney do that, and we'll have Chris knocking out some of these smaller armor jobs. There don't seem to be many of on the guillotine. And I guess we'll have Penny working on the big jobs to start with. So that's 160 minutes. Leaves us 150. Oh, no, that leaves us 40. Guillaume, I guess. Do that. Veronica Hurst, down to 100 minutes on that. And we are suddenly almost out of armor? How the heck did that happen? We should have had all of the armor. So yeah, we're gonna buy about 100 tons of armor. Literally. Oh yes, infirmary. Let me not forget that, and we'll just... so let's see, Victorama got some cuts and scrapes and bruises. Verlone got some cuts on his left leg, a bruise on his left arm, and a concussion, so that's gonna be just a little while before that heals. I want to say a concussion is like 20 days, 15 to 20 days. 14 days. Not bad. Not bad. Should be able to salvage a bit of armor off the mat. I mean, you're not wrong. Well, not a lot, but some. Oh, and she gained XP for doing it. Nice. Man, I hate having to salvage one of our own mechs. That is like the worst feeling in the world. Those are all automatic successes, so I don't believe those count for XP, but I figure why not try it and see. Shasa can spend 180 minutes doing that, and I guess 120 minutes on that. Oh, barely got it on a 7. Salvaging the gyro is going to be a 2-day job, even for a veteran like Tamalika. The cockpit is also going to be time consuming for Susan. 2 more days on that. And B can do some actuator work. Oh, screwed up on the actuator. We're gonna need that leg though, so we're gonna go ahead and scrap that. Alright, so the Marauder should be almost in pieces in a couple of days. And I appreciate your sacrifice, McGorilla. I know it must really sting. That's basically the first time it saw action, and it gets a lucky crit on its leg, blowing it clean off. Speaking of which, I was going to fix you up with this Warhammer 6ML design of mine, which is basically a standard, I want to say 6M Warhammer, except that it does the double heat sinks. It drops 3 of the heat sinks to replace with armor. It replaces the SRM-6 with medium lasers, and it replaces the machine guns and ammo with small lasers. So coincidentally, that works out to 6 mediums and 6 smalls. So it's pretty much a close-range bruiser with just the disco lights going off everywhere. Alright, we've got Chris still doing armor, small jobs. Don't want to take too many chances here. Alright, so now the small jobs are 15 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes. Well, we could do 70 minutes real quick, but let's see what else we've got. We've got 40 and 20s and 15. We'll do the 25 and the 15, that's 40. Okay, so now I just need another 15-minute job for her. Or a 10 and a 5. No, there aren't any jobs like that. Unless there's a 10-minute job. Center torso should be 15 minutes. Oh, that's replace. Are we planning on using this rifleman? I think so. Looks good to you. I appreciate that. I'm particularly proud of that design. It's so much more efficient, I feel like, and so simple to do. It's just replacing one weapon system with another, replacing the 2 machine guns with small lasers, and you just immediately got that upgrade. And then if you've got the time and money, you can just swap out the heat sinks to upgrade the armor. Simple but effective. I like it. Alright. So we've got 20 points of armor available. That's not enough to do the guillotine. 8, 9, 14, 12. We could do 8 and 12. And we're more worried about getting it done right than getting it done the first time. We're more worried about getting it right and not breaking anything than we are about like saving time for our techs. All right, and that is all we can do until we get more armor in and more elite techs to work on this guillotine. Well, we could pull some more armor off this skulker as well. I didn't think of that. And these are all, I think, going to be ×4 time because we've got plenty of regulars. Starting with Hanlon here. Veteran on the sensors. Regular on the engine. Alright, so we should have just a little bit more armor. 31 points. Wait, why is this still... Oh, because he's got no leg. Let's see. In there. We'll give Chris an extra shot at some XP there. Let's see. 3 and 12, and I'm sure we can put 5 points somewhere. Yep, I knew someone would have taken a medium laser at some point. And again, we are out of armor. So that is the Marauder and the Skulker stripped of armor. I definitely want to spend maximum time repairing torso pieces on this rifleman. All of those are going to be ×4 time. And notice we've got a foot actuator down here. We'll have Oliver. Did I do that on it too? No. Okay, we need to salvage that right leg out. Is there anyone? MekHQ? Halima. Halima has plenty of XP, but not plenty of time. So I guess we'll have Monroe. I guess Kostya work on that then. And I guess Vic can do that. We go back to repair mode before we forget. And then we find that and scrap it. Now we're just waiting for elite techs and armor to come in. I think that's all we can do for today. Strip the armor off the long tom until you're ready to use it again. Well, I'm sure the long tom has plenty of armor. Jeez. That feels really gamey to me. We should be able to start having armor in the next day or two. I don't think it'll be a problem. Our next battle isn't for another 3 days. And I don't think it'll be with the same lance. Because the guillotine is more than 2 days away from ready. Yeah, he's at least 3 days away from ready if I've got an elite tech tomorrow with full time, which I'm not positive I have. Especially because now we've got more stuff that needs techs working on them. The champion. Oh, that's right. We haven't got any elite techs in this game. It's veterans and down. Okay, well that changes things. Wow. Yeah, I've been playing the practice game too much. We will, since he's going to be maintained by a regular, do double time. We'll put that on Monroe, I guess. Grand Dragon, also double time. And also a regular tech. The Rifleman, again, double time. And regular tech. I was about to call it a medium tech. Yeah, let's go with Vic, because I don't like his name. I don't like saying his name on the stream. It reminds me of a swear. Oh, not Lonnie. Lori. I misclicked. I wanted Amelia. And the Skulker as well. And that should be... Wait, no. Stalker still. We'll have a regular tech doing that as well. Up Kai, just so that we've got as many mech techs as possible with full time. So 450, 405, 450. Kostya is the only one who's not going to be on the list at all. That's being worked on. That's being worked on. We can get by with 270 minutes on that because that's still a 4. Center torso apparently didn't take too much damage. It was really the right and left torso. Oof. We might end up just scrapping the right torso. We'd have to take the armor off the front and rear. We'd have to take out the medium laser. Probably some heat sinks or something. George Valdez can repair the engine on a 4. Oh, decisions. I don't really want to take a chance on a 6. But I don't see as how I've got much choice. Right torso on a 7. No, I'm gonna have to wait on that. Start that on a 6 as well. Start that on a 5. And apparently we're also almost out of SRM6 ammo. Oof. I've really let my stores get deplenished. Alright, what have we got on the left leg? Oh, some actuators. No big deal. We'll just pop those out real quick. Even if it means taking a chance on a 5, because I'm not leaving it in salvage mode overnight. Oh, that was the left leg. Still have to do the right leg. Alright, it probably still has all the actuators as well. Back to repair mode, go back to all, go find that leg, and scrap it. Alright, the champion's gonna be a little while before it's ready for much of anything. The Grand Dragon, do we have anyone that can start on this left torso? George Valdez should have a chance to get that done by tomorrow. And no one has an hour and a half left to get this actuator on. Oh, wow. Random guy, hey, how's it going? It's going pretty well. We took some heavy damage to our guillotine and the marauder last mission. Got about 2 weeks worth of Solaris games while I recuperate, yes. Yeah, the marauder last week took a lucky hit on its leg, which blew its leg off, and then it was just prone and a target for the enemy artillery. And I sacrificed the mech to keep the pilot alive. Because that's how things work in this universe. But yeah, I still took 3 or 4 hits, including a concussion. It is going to take a couple weeks. And also, we can reassign you to a new mech. Assign to none. Assign to... Oh, right. I have not activated it yet. The Warhammer here. Yeah, we'll have, I guess, Denise do that. And that'll be done tomorrow. I think that's all we can do for today. Okay, maintenance on the Cronus by Penny Singh Gilmore. Things are going up, which is nice. Failed to fix the left leg on the guillotine. Gonna have to take another crack at that. We did salvage the gyro from the Marauder. Still working on the cockpit. Still working on the center torso of the Rifleman. Did fix the left torso of the Rifleman. Still working on the engine and sensors on the Skulker. Failed to fix the right arm on the Champion. That's fine. At least you didn't break it. Let's see. Fix the left arm and left torso on the Champion and the Grand Dragon. The Atlas Mark III is going to be hopefully done in a couple of days. The Rifleman 4N a couple days after that. The Mackie, the Emperor, and the other Guillotine are going to be a very long time. Mothballed the LRM carrier and the wheeled LRM APC. Oh, the Warhammer is not going to be done getting activated this day because she only spent half a day doing it. Armor is going to start arriving in 1 day, with some more following in 2 days and 3 days. Burned Nakamura attempts to find armor, needs a 3 and rolls a 2, but uses edge to reroll, getting a 7. So yeah, that's 20 lots of armor of 5 tons each. So literally 100 tons. Let's see, we're only gonna have 240 points tomorrow. 160 points each of the following days. Meantime, okay, the cockpit should be salvaged tomorrow, and then we can do the head and get it off the list. Skulker should be done tomorrow. The rifleman is lower priority right now. Champion and the Grand Dragons, same. The guillotine is going to be our big project right now. We'll have Loney start on the left torso on a 5. We'll have Shasa work on the left leg on a 5. The right leg. I would love for Chris to be able to do this in 2 days, but on a 7, it might take longer than that. And we have no armor to replace on any of the rest of these guys. So I think that's all we are able to do for this day as well. Well, maybe not. Oh, crikey. Forgot the SRM6 ammo that we need. Actually, autocannon 2 ammo, flak 10. Just doing a real quick audit to make sure that we've got some of everything that we're using. Do we not have any LRM-15 regular ammo? We'll buy that in bulk. We'll buy 96 shots, I think. Everything else is looking good so far. We've got 1,000 shots of machine gun ammo, no surprise. SRM2 ammo, 23 shots. We'll buy about another 100 of those. Oh, misclicked again. SRM4 ammo we are apparently completely out of, and SRM6 ammo we're down to 1 shot. Let's see, 15 times, I think we're gonna need what? 7 times 15 should be 105, right? 70 plus 35, yeah. And SRM4 ammo as well. And that should be pretty much everything that we're using. Alright, so what else can we work on? Ratnabala was doing our reloads because she's the lowest XP and also the only green tech left. The stalker is lower priority. What else? We don't have any armor for these guys, so yeah, I guess the stalker is the next big job. Any Fred Modry? Yeah, we'll do Fred there. We don't need better than a 4. We'll take the 4. Amalika will work on that on a 5. Oof, man, this thing took a fair amount of internal damage. Shoyab can start on that. Sosik can start on that. Six, I think I'd rather wait for a veteran. Maybe we can have Veronica start on that and be finished in like 4 days. Yeah, so many of our people don't have full time because they're all spending it all on maintenance. Let me just double check. We do have heat sinks in stock. Honestly, single heat sinks we're not too worried about. It's the double heat sinks we care about. Alright, moving on to the third. Finding a bunch of ammo, getting a bunch of armor in. Maintenance on the Wolverine. Trending upwards, I like to see that. Still a lot of E's and D's in here, but we're working on it. 15 tons of armor has arrived. Fixed the left torso on the guillotine. Fixed the left leg on the guillotine. Salvaged the cockpit from the Marauder. Replaced the right leg on the guillotine. Nice. I like trains. Is this back to the Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Elden Ring? Nah. Alright, so we've got some armor in. So let's start with, I guess, smaller jobs, get them off the list. Just making the ASDF movie reference with the train horn in the background. ASDF? I know ATHF. I don't know ASDF. Yeah, I'm not sure what movie that is. Ska? Sound familiar? No, I'm afraid it doesn't. Old comedy YouTuber? Oh. Wait. I was thinking of movies, not YouTubers. I think I may have come across the name Tom Ska before, and I feel like I've heard I Like Trains before, although I may be thinking of I Like Turtles, which was also like a YouTube meme a while back. Points. That's a lot to commit to on a 5. But it's the only way we're getting it done today. Oh, and we got it fixed. We go 40 minutes and 40 minutes. Oh, no. Failed. Tried again, failed with a 2. Would have destroyed the armor, but uses edge to reroll, getting another 2. So, gained an XP at the cost of 8 points of armor. It's a trade I'll make any day. Failed. Armor supplies lost. nobody is able to put armor on the right torso of that stalker. They just keep breaking it. Yeah, we'll spend 120 minutes on that. Spend 135 minutes on that. Halima. We'll spend 160 minutes on that. And the list is getting shorter by the moment. Let's see, 7, 6, 7. Let's go times 3 on all of those. We'll have Vernita, I think, do that. That. I guess. I kind of want to get Kai some XP because he is a battle armor tech, but battle armor is not going to be a thing for a while yet, so I think we've got time. We'll have Thick Knock do that. Alright, the guillotine, finally almost in working shape. We'll do double time on these actuators. I will have B do all 3 of those. That's fine. That worked out nicely. Alright, so the guillotine will be combat ready tomorrow. Oliver Costa. Nope, cannot get a 6. Can get a 6 on the second try. That's fine. Man, you guys are just really not wanting to get these 6s, are you? And we are out of armor again. Alright, the stalker is salvage, or we salvaged it, is what I mean to say. It's not being salvaged. It's being fixed up. Maria Theresia. Doodles can fix this motive system, I think. And a stabilizer. We'll have Lori do another stabilizer. And I guess Hanlon can work on these sensors. Alright, and that is the Scarponi off our roster. Unfortunately. And it seems like we barely knew it. Waiting for a veteran to get started on this right torso. And the right arm, and the left leg. And the right leg, and the cockpit. Yeah, this rifleman's gonna be a little while. Same thing with the champion, I think. Man, Maybe I should have taken less salvage from that last mission. We get someone started working on this? Not really. We only have Susan and Penny. Might as well have Susan do that. It'll take like a really long time, but you know. And then I think I'm ready to advance another day. Oh, the Atlas is gonna be another 18,000 minutes. The Guillotine another 28,000 minutes. The Emperor 11,000 minutes. The Mackie 12,000 minutes. The Rifleman 4N mod is gonna be done in like 3 days, which will be after our battle, which should be today. Yes, defend grounded dropship is today. Deploy a force. Maintenance on the Sholigar. Speaking of which, today should also be the day our what was it called? Stuka comes in. No, that's tomorrow. So the Sholigar moving on up, which is nice to see. 10 more tons of armor, some LRM-15 ammo. Everything seems to be going well on the repairs front. And I'm gonna hold off on, actually the quick draw is the only thing left from our lance that needs work. Oh, we should also have a Warhammer. Line person, pilot, Berlon. All right, now we can swap that into the TONE. That was Galatea Lance. All right, Galatea Lance is now 5 tons lighter, but that should be fine. They at least all have double heat sinks, if I'm not mistaken, except maybe this. Yeah, the Guillotine is running single heat sinks, but it has 22 of them, so it can stay cool. Could save, you know, about 6 tons by swapping over to single heat or double heat sinks. Yeah, could save 6 tons and dissipate 2 more points of heat. And I'm gonna put at least 1 ton of that into armor. Maybe some medium pulse lasers with the other 4 tons. 5 tons, whatever. Alright. So what lance do we bring? Galatea Lance is out of action for right now. We've got Mariana Lance, which is an assault lance with 390 tons worth of mechs. With our company commander Petra, we've got Wyvern, and we've got Random Guy in that lance. Or Tonga Lance, we've got Hoser, Stiletto, Tsubasa, Warwolf, and Ash. And they were actually all in that last battle as well. Because if I recall, we had a support point, but we no longer do. So I guess it's only fair to send Mariana Lance, because Tonga and Galatea have already seen action today. Or this week, or this episode, last episode, I don't know. So we're sending Mariana's Lance. We are not sending auxiliary units because I don't want them to get killed. Unless, I mean, we could send the Sholigar. No, I'd probably get shot down. We could send in artillery. I know how much you guys love it when I have my hands on artillery. But other than that, no. Scary artillery, yeah, we're not doing any artillery. We're just doing Mariana Lance. And we'll pick up a victory point if we succeed. Wait. Locate and capture or destroy designated facility. Was that not the one? Okay. Well, maybe we'll have Tonga Lance do some recon. Oh, and a hostile force detected. Convoy attack. Takes place today. Oh, I was not hoping to land in the same hex as an enemy force. Um, so yeah, now we've got two battles today. We'll get started, I guess, with well, what kind of enemies are we looking at here? Excuse me. Tonga Lance versus a pair of archers, a crusader, a trebuchet, a couple panthers, javelin, a wasp, and some tanks, as well as a convoy consisting of a Dig King mining mech, a Quasit militia mech, a lumberjack, and an arbiter security mech. We will have allied artillery on our side from the artillery base that we just captured. And the objective is prevent 50% of the convoy units from crossing the far edge of the map. The convoy will surrender if 50% of the escorts are destroyed or routed. Capture intact units from the following forces for additional support points. So for every one of those that we capture, we get a support point. We only have to kill, what, 6 of these units? 2 archers and a crusader. Really the only heavies in the lineup. Whereas Marianas Lance, which is the grounded dropship, will have a Wolverine liaison. We've got the dropship, which is a leopard, which has a battle value of 3,600 points by itself. The enemy op 4 is only 6,600. The enemy is bringing artillery and aircraft. Do we not get any friendly artillery on this one? I guess not. That is 4, 8. That is 9 tanks, a wasp, a mongoose, and a dragon. The laser carrier is kind of scary. SRM carrier and LRM carriers are kind of scary as well. And we've got 1 reroll. Heavy urban town concrete. Dawn dusk. We have to preserve the dropship for 30 turns or destroy 50% of the enemy forces. Well, I guess we'll start with Mariana Lance, because random guy is here in the chat. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of action before it's time for me to clock out for the day. What's happening? It's you and the lance that you're in protecting a friendly Wolverine and a friendly Leopard against a fair number of enemy tanks and a couple of mechs. And how many rerolls did we have on this mission? We had 1 reroll, and I think we might actually, hold on. Let's go ahead and actually use that reroll in its intended manner to reroll this terrain. Badlands, Sandy Valley. That works for me a lot better because the dropship was not going to be able to deploy in a concrete jungle. Okay, we've got quirks on all of our mechs. Those are correct. The Leopard starts with velocity 0, altitude 0. The Eagle and the Strike Fighter Defender are deploying on round 5. Long Toms and Thumpers are deploying off board. A harasser called Mini Peggy. We dead? No, I don't think we're dead. There's an LRM carrier, an SRM carrier, and a laser carrier that are kind of scary. But other than that, honestly, the artillery is going to be the biggest thing. Yeah, we're going to be on kind of a time limit with the artillery shelling the dropship every turn. But we only have to kill half of them, and most of them are tanks. And there's what? 4, 8, 12 of them. So we'd have to kill 6 tanks before the dropship goes down. Let's see. The map should be relatively favorable to us. The exception being that they will all have long-range shots on the dropship. And we don't have any say over where the dropship deploys. None of the enemies have SPAs. And most of them are not very good pilots. The exception being this laser carrier with a 3-5 pilot, or crew. The medium strike fighter defender with a 3-5 pilot. Alright, we have 1 initiative for deployment phase. But not more so than the dropship. Now we're deploying in the northwest corner. I did not happen to notice where the enemy was deploying to. Let's see. The allied dropship is starting in the center. The primary OPFOR is starting in the northeast. Enemy aircraft starting in the southeast. So they're all going to be coming from up here. So we kind of want to deploy as much as possible right here so we don't have to cross more than half the map to get to them. Except you. You, Mr. Wolverine, with your autocannon 5, you can deploy way the heck over here, out of the line of fire. Because if you die, we lose victory points. Oh, this is Wyvern's first deployment, I think. And his new mech. And he is a close range specialist. We're gonna start, actually it would be faster to go up and around this way. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, there's an SRM carrier right there. I could have sworn this. Oh, this is Mariana Lance. No, they weren't in the last battle. So which archer is this? This is a standard archer with double heat sinks. Have you start maybe a little further away as well. Gotta take out that SRM carrier before I can do any real harm. The Banshee, which has PPCs and an LB-10X, so it's got some long-range firepower as well. Maybe starting there. I know I said I was going to start as close to the enemy as possible, but that SRM carrier scares me. That is a lot of DACA. Let's see, random guy in the Atlas with the LBX and the large laser, the LRM-20. Let's go ahead and put this down at the bottom. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Yeah, SRM carriers are scary. They really are. 2, 3, 4, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Well, This terrain is just a little too rough for the Atlas's liking. Of course, the Atlas could withstand a barrage or two from the SRM carrier, I think. Especially now that Random Guy has improved his piloting. He's less likely to get knocked down. And finally, the Wolverine with just a large laser and two mediums in the SRMs. Maybe get around behind it. Okay, I see a mongoose, but I don't see anyone else. We're going into this without a lot of intel. Alright, we have lost initiative for round 1. And the Long Tom will all be landing next turn. Or the artillery are all landing next turn. How far into this battle can we get in the next few minutes? Wolverine is going to be an initiative sync. We're gonna jump you there. Oh. Dragon and the LRM carrier are over here. That LRM carrier could be a problem. Laser carrier here, Wasp Vedette, Pegasus, Mongoose, and a couple sensor returns, which must be the other two mechs. Wait, the other mech. It was a dragon, a wasp, and a mongoose? Okay, so I don't know what those sensor returns are offhand. We're not within sight of this SRM carrier. That's less than bueno. SRM carrier moved there. Means we're not getting behind it. We're not even getting out of its line of sight. Or line of fire. I guess all we can do is keep our distance. Yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's long range. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go 1 there. We're gonna back up to it that way. That's long range, even if we're not evasive. That still should be base 8s or 9s. Hopefully he doesn't hit with more than a couple SRM 6s. Mm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's also long range. Might be able to take him out before he does too much to us. Yeah, that puts us at extreme range of the SRM carrier, but medium range for our stuff. Medium range for all of our long range stuff. Alright, it is our turn to fire. Let's start with... How much armor does this guy have? About 20 points or less. How much specifically? 12 on the front, 12 all around. So... on a 9. Maybe we can get lucky with a cluster munition. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and torso twist. We'll fire the large laser on a 9. We've got 13s with the mediums. We've got 9 with the LRM. And 8 with the pellets. And then on the Bulldog, we've got 11s. 1, 2, 3. And the SRMs. Let's see, Archer, I want you range high-low. And you haven't got any, well, you've got a target with the Mongoose, but he's out of visual range. So we've got no action for you. Alright, Wolverine on an 8 and 10s. Oof. Oh, we don't have double heat sinks in this guy. It's going to be an 8 and just a single 10. We jumped. I was thinking that Wolverine had double heat sinks and we could just fire everything, but that is not the case. We've got 8s on the Bulldog from Petra. Yeah, let's go cluster against that one as well. Maybe we'll catch a fuel tank. Let's save that for last, as we actually have shots with the medium lasers. Sort of, if you count a 12 a shot. We'll build up 1 heat to get that 7 in. We need 7s against the Bulldog or 8s against the SRM carrier. Oh, that is an easy decision to make. We'll go up to 3 heat to fire all Z missiles. And you have no target. Open fire? Yes, indeed. Atlas. That is a random guy missing on 8s, 9s, and 11s. That's fair enough, though. Mongoose missing on a 9, Wasp missing on 9s, our Wolverine missing on 8s and 10s, the Banshee at the Bulldog, landing a PPC on the turret. And hitting with 6 pellets from the LBX. All to the right side, immobilizing it. So that's bueno. The Bulldog returning fire at the Atlas, hitting with 3 SRMs, which doesn't really worry us, and then 3 more SRMs, and not doubling up on any locations. Wyvern firing at the SRM carrier, landing 2 SRMs to start with, costing it a movement point, and armor off the left side and front. 2 more SRMs to the front and left side, costing it another movement point. 2 more and 2 more. It is down to 0 armor on the front, but it is still in the fight. Even if it is down to like 1 movement point. He needs 12s, and he does actually land 4 SRMs on the Archer. To the right torso, left leg, and right arm. SRM carrier dodging like a champion. Yeah, he really is. I wish I'd put more firepower on him because he is down to 0 armor on the front. The Vedette missing the Leopard, the LRM carrier hitting the Leopard with 16, 32 LRMs. Mostly to the right side, also to the nose. The right side is down to 108 armor. Leopard firing at the SRM carrier, landing PPCs to the rear, left side, and a large laser to the left side. The SRM carrier is kaput. We loosened it up for you though. Oh wow. Yeah, he really unloaded on the SRM carrier. He hit with some medium lasers, the large laser, and then LRM 20 at the LRM carrier to the front and right side, also to the left side of the SRM carrier, which was already dead. The LRM carrier is down to 7 armor on the front and 8 on the right side. It's cost it 2 movement points, so he's going to be slower than anything going into turn 2. And the dragon landing an autocannon 5 and 3 LRMs to the nose and right side of the leopard. Building up a little bit of heat. The Wolverine and the Archer are both at 3. Everyone else is pretty chill. We've already destroyed 18% of their BV, which is nice. 11 out of 12 units remaining. Alright, artillery will be landing next turn, and also this turn from what was fired last turn. Okay. You boy. Continue jumping this way, trying to stay out of the main fight. Oof, they are really bunching up right here. Let's take a look at this strategic map. Yeah, they're pretty concentrated over in this area. The LRM carrier's taken some damage. The dragon has not. Wasp has not. Laser carrier's getting into position. Yeah, okay. Alright, the Wolverine needs to cool down to use his weapons, and also he needs a better shot, so he's actually just going to run 5 hexes. Renita can walk, I think. Can be the perfect range to continue firing on this Bulldog, which is immobile and doesn't have that much armor left. Wyvern needs to be getting into position where he can take some shots on some people. Guy. Slow, slow, slow. This terrain is really messing up our ability to move quickly. Long Tom fire hitting the dropship in the aft and the left side, down to 120 armor on that left side. Also landing a shot on the Wolverine's left arm. So I don't know how that happened. He was supposed to be like super evasive. Wait, which Wolverine? I think that was this one. Challenger deep, Challenger left arm. Okay, yeah, that was Renita's Wolverine that took the shot. So we've got a 12 on the Vedette and literally nothing else. Oh wait, no. I thought I was had a different unit selected. Vernita, you are firing on the Bulldog, and you are firing on 2s and 6s. Got 10s on the Vedette, 10s on the Pegasus. Everything else is going to be 11s and 12s. We'll take a shot at the Pegasus. I guess the Pegasus is the only thing that we've got a chance to hit, and that only with the large. Random guy on the Skulker, I think, with the cluster munitions on a 9, 12 with the large laser. Oof. 10 with the LRMs. Yeah, not a lot of that's gonna hit. And then we've got mediums. Where is he weakest? On the turret. That's what I should have been targeting with the other mediums as well. But yeah, we'll take a bunch of 6s there. Build up 1 point of heat. Petra does not appear to have a single whopping target, probably because she's in a ditch. Wyvern at the Skulker on 10s, I think. Yeah. With just 8 of them this time, because heat's an issue with this design. The autocannon 5 also does not have a target. Alright, the Leopard firing first. PPCs at the Bulldog, hitting it in the left side twice, followed that with a large laser, and the Bulldog is destroyed already. Is that seriously? Oh no. He also fired at the laser carrier, but he missed on 8s. 3 times. The Wasp landing 2 SRMs on the Leopard. Archer at the Bulldog, which is already dead. Laser carrier at the Leopard, needing 8s, landing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 medium lasers on the Leopard, mostly on the right side and the nose. All of them at extreme range, doing 4 points of damage. Okay. Wolverine missing the Pegasus on a 10, only got a 9. The Skulker missing the Atlas on a 12. The Pegasus missing the Leopard on 8s. The Atlas at the Skulker hits with 6 pellets from the LBX to the front, costing it a movement point. Medium lasers on the dead Bulldog. I'm glad we didn't overheat for that. The Harasser Mini Peggy landing 2 SRMs on the Leopard to the right side. It's down to 85 armor now. The Vedette at the Leopard lands an autocannon 5 to the back side, down to 88 armor there. Wyvern at the Skulker landing 2 SRMs to the front and nothing else. LRM carrier at the Leopard landing 21 missiles on 5s, mostly to the nose and right side, down to 73 on that right side. And the Dragon missing on 6s and 4s. Wow. Alright, everyone's heat is still good. And it is about time for me to be wrapping this up, you guys. So I do apologize for cutting it short. Cutting the mission short, I should say. We'll call this dropship save. We'll save that, which means that we can now close out of this. And we'll go ahead and save it under a new date file. Bye-bye, friend. Yeah. I don't know if you're talking to the to one of the enemies or the dropship or me, but in any case, thank you all for joining me. Like, comment, follow, subscribe. Link to the Discord is in my bio. If you're catching this on YouTube, the link to my Twitch is in the description. And we'll catch you tomorrow for some HBS Battletech. And thank you again, all of you, for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Glad to have you along for the ride, and we will see you the next time.